Okay, so we want to welcome everybody. We are excited to see Sylvia, Nicole, Ann, Raquel, Tahira that are on live. I encourage those of you that are watching replay, and believe me, I get it. We have schedules and we got things that we're doing. We're doing more. We probably are busier now, quite honestly, doing Zoom meetings and doing these kinds of interactions than we were when we were, when we were not dealing with the COVID pandemic. And but busy is good. Any place that we can interact and meet new people is still a great thing. It never will lose its power in terms of helping us to build our businesses. So the important thing is to, as you're doing emails, because that was the number one answer in our poll tonight in terms of how you're communicating with your client, is to make sure that you don't fail to ask each time if they will share their friends, their families, their circle of friends, their information, because really what you need is more email addresses. Okay, so if email is your preferred platform, you want to get more people that you can have their email address so that you can send a message to them, so that you can put them on the same email thread that you're sending out to your existing clients. So I'm excited to see that we are there because, and I know for me, personally, I need to do I need to do more emails from using my platform and using the graphics. And how you doing? And good to see you. And so I will, so we'll continue to grow. And the thing is that, you can use any of our marketing emails, you can use any of our images, you can use different platforms to be able to create your email. So the thing that we want to be doing as we're emailing is making sure that we're giving visual content, not just all text where we're just typing and all that, but give them something pretty to look at. And make sure that you don't forget to ask for referrals. We need to do that day in and day out. Okay. So just a reminder to you on that. And I think by tomorrow, we are going to have, some new covers on the e-catalog to freshen them up. We've been updating them which is a great thing. That's what I love about the e-catalogs, is that when something goes away and it's discontinued, we don't have to live with it. We can take it out and make sure that tool that we use for marketing is always kept current and free from anything that we no longer have to sell. So we're going to be doing that. And then I'm just holding out just a little bit longer before we go back into print and print a catalog. And just so that everybody knows, it was voted probably back in 2019 that the next catalog that we would print would include all brands, because today we have 2 different catalogs, and it was requested that we eliminate the need to purchase 2 and to put, because what happens is the Floyd Roberts catalog has Adrian Arpel and Gail Heyman in it. The Color Me Beautiful has Adrian Arpel and Gail Heyman, the Color Me Beautiful. So what we were missing is really merging and putting Floyd Roberts in to the whole catalog. So if you've got any noise going on in your background, I would ask that you just mute out.
I'm busy.
Okay, and we hear you being busy. we glad you busy. Okay. And that's a good thing. And I see your she shed behind you. That's good.
She shed is gorgeous.
I love that she shed. I need me a she shed.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let me see if we can get going here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we are going to move on with the process. So anyway, just want to welcome you, our CMB and Floyd Beauty Influencers. You do realize that you are an influencer. I hope that you do. the way that you present yourself, the way that you do your hair, the way that you wear your makeup, the colors that you wear, the glass frames that you wear, the jewelry, everything that you do will influence someone either to follow you or go in the opposite direction, one or the other. And so we want to make sure that we all are doing things and representing our craft so that people will be following us and wanting to be more like us. But we want to welcome you tonight, and we're glad that you have joined us. And I'm just trying to get my screen to move. Hold on. Okay, so primers. What comes to mind when you think about a primer? Do you think about priming your walls when you get ready to paint? Do you think about, what do you think about when you think about primers?
Before I came into this business, yeah, primer is like paint, or you're using it as a first layer to lay over your paint to make sure that the paint is set well.
Okay.
And so now, primer, first thing I think of is my face and how I'm gonna put the primer on and how it is like a foundation to set. It's like the base, I'll say, to prep for the face. So now I think of it in a fun way now.
Okay, well, that's great. But really, in theory, it's the same concept.
True.
So, you know, when somebody comes in to paint your walls or to paint your home, they put a primer on first so that the paint that they put on top of it will adhere to it and will stay there. Okay. And, you know, and while, you know, a paint, you know, when we think about painting our walls and painting our homes, or, you know, any kind of, even if you got your car repainted, they would prime it before they end up putting that last coat of the top paint that they would be using. And the reason is for adherence, the adherence benefits that a primer will do. So what makes our primers so great? Well, first of all, when it's essential, when you want, and the reality of it is that not everyone wears a foundation. Some people will wear a foundation, some wear foundation and powder, some wear powder only, some wear just lipstick and don't put any foundation or powder on their skin. And that's okay. That does not really negate a person from using a primer, but perhaps it's a certain type of primer that they would use based on whatever they're trying to kind of perfect or get in control. But when it's essential that your foundation stay in place, and I know, I think that those of us that wear foundation, you know, you will hear some of your clients probably say that one of their struggles is that their makeup may be coming off, or it comes off on their clothes, or it comes off on their hands, and they end up having problems with their fingerprints, you know, on paper. I've heard people say that. But the reality of it is that when we want our foundation to stay in place or our powder to stay in place, a primer is a no-brainer. We shouldn't even have to think about it. And I think in a lot of cases, one of the mistakes that we make as influencers is when we're talking to people, we forget to present it to them, okay? And so one of the things that I hope that you'll leave with tonight is just a reminder. First of all, if you have not tried the primers, and we have 3, and tonight we're gonna talk about them in this order. The first one we're gonna talk about is the Underglow from Color Me Beautiful. The second one we're going to talk about is the Velvet Foundation Primer from Color Me Beautiful. And then the third and final primer that we're going to talk about is the Shine Away Oil Blotting Primer in Floyd Roberts. Each one of them have their own unique benefit that we'll talk about tonight. But our primer formulas do for your skin what great lingerie does for your figure. Okay, think about it. Shapers. What do you use a shaper for? You use a shaper so that everything that you put on top looks better. So you look better in your clothes, you look better in your, you know, your dress, your stomach may be flatter, your back will be flat. So a primer is to our face what a shaper or undergarment in the lingerie category is to our figure. And they both are designed to help everything that goes on top look and feel better, okay? Our primers do many splendid things. We run the gamut from mattifying oil T-zones, which for a oily skin client is important. For combination skin, it's important. To blurring fine lines, to obscuring the appearance of pores, and also hydrating the skin. These are just a few of the magic properties of a great primer. And you're gonna see that each one of our primers has some or one or more of these benefits. The right formula for you will create the perfect base for your makeup and help it stay put for longer. That's phenomenal, okay? Now, no longer is using a primer just another step in the morning makeup routine. Our primers also offer skincare benefits that harness everything from vitamins and antioxidants going onto our skin, like vitamins A and E, to chamomile, and to other ingredients that hydrate, soothe, and nourish the skin for the day ahead. And that's powerful because, everything that we put on our skin, we want to be able to justify it and to ourselves that the product is doing something, it's doing multiple things. It's doing more than just hydrating the skin. It's doing more than just, serving as a great base for me to put my foundation on. All of those things are going to be really useful and beneficial for us as we think about the different products we're putting on our face, but particularly our primers. Our primers are something that if you are wearing a foundation, if you are wearing a powder, or you're doing a combination of both of them, you should consider. If you've never tried a primer, try it and you'll never go back to the other way. Okay, so let's first talk about Underglow, okay? And this product is kind of labeled, its secondary name is No Makeup Magic. And all skin tones can use it, all skin types can use it. It is phenomenal. It is a light diffusing tinted gel, okay? Can you see that? And I'm gonna show you, if I just put some on the back of my hand. First of all, it's got this beautiful kind of light bronzy glow, but you can see, if you look at the difference between my hands, it feels good, but it's light diffusing. And anytime you're using something that's light diffusing, it kind of distorts or disguises imperfections, whether it be fine lines or uneven skin tone. It does many things. Can you see the difference between the two hands? Okay, so it feels good. It's got some great ingredients in it, but this is a light diffusing tinted gel. Okay, you saw kind of the goldish looking color, which is a little bit camouflaged in the frosted bottle, but once you pump it out and put it on skin, you can see it. Really pretty. That helps to soften fine lines and hide imperfections. It's an enhanced formula that incorporates a new tripeptide. Peptides are big today to help boost the skin's own production of hyaluronic acid. And you will see many companies today touting hyaluronic acid. Why? Because hyaluronic acid is a moisture magnet. What it does, it helps everything that you put onto the skin to be able to benefit from it and to be absorbed into the skin. It also helps to improve the skin's collagen structure. So collagen, if you know anything about it, helps to kind of plump up the skin, which, for those of us as we're starting to get older, if you need just a little bit of help in terms of filling out and plumping out those areas where the skin may be losing some of its elasticity or firmness, it's going to help with that. So together, both of these actions help to reduce the visible signs of aging, and the skin will become firmer, softer, smoother, and more hydrated. Okay, and two of the basic other key benefits is that it's paraben free, which we're working toward getting all of our products to be paraben free, but a lot of them already are, and this happens to be one of them, and fragrance free, which we talked a little bit last week about, just kind of sensitive skin and being cautious and making sure that you're asking the right questions before you put anything on a person's face. Okay, but all skin types can use it, and all skin tones can use it. So don't be intimidated by it when you look at the light coloring, because it literally disappears into the skin, but it's still doing what it's supposed to do, which is creating that light diffusing capability that the product does, but it's also adding some great ingredients. So some of the key ingredients in this product, the one key thing is the synhykin, 2.5%. And our Claire Sikorsky, who heads up our QVC business in the UK and in Germany, she is an ingredient guru, and she was, instrumental in really recommending that this be an ingredient that we incorporate into this product, because what the synhykin does, it's been clinically tested too, to significantly increase the tightness or the firmness of the skin, the tone of the skin, and just the overall firmness. So matter of fact, the tightness by 3%. And that, in the clinical testing, it goes through a rigorous line of using the product on different skin types and tones and different indications that the skin may have, to just see what the end result is. And then 17% better tone as a result of using the product, and then 7% more firmness. And so also there's this ingredient also has what they call a remodeling effect, which is a visible face contouring. Now, I haven't seen that happen with me, but I think people that I've heard that are real consumers of this product say that they have seen a difference in terms of, kind of if they've got like a little double chin or something forming, that it ends up being a lot more tighter. So that's a great thing. So the synhykin, 2.5%. This product also has aloe extract in it, glycerin, vitamin E, A, and the sodium hyaluronate is really just another name for hyaluronic acid. That's all it is. But just remember that the underglow, the no makeup magic. So you can use this underneath, so you can put it on after you have, put on your moisturizer before you put on your foundation or your concealer. You can also use it on top of your foundation, or you can just wear it, without putting on your concealer or foundation. I don't go without my concealer or foundation, but you can use this in many different ways: alone, underneath your concealer, foundation, and you can also use it on top of your concealer. Okay, anybody on the call tonight live that is a consumer of this product that you want to share what you have found this product to do for you personally?
Yep. I like both of them. I like the underglow, and because I just recently took some pictures and I was looking at, I was like, I don't know, I'm like, did the underglow really do that? Because I felt my face felt like it had a little glow to it. Because I usually would like highlight the cheeks area and forehead, but I said this time let me just go all over. So I put it all over as a primer first and put the makeup on, and yeah, it does. You see the difference.
Yeah, yeah. And you can even use it on your neck area as well. So don't stop with the face. You can use it on your face and your neck. And we really need to begin to treat our neck like our face, because it's one. I mean, because it's nothing worse when you're working with a client that you can tell that maybe she's been taking care of her face, but neglecting this area. And so if we can begin to share that little tidbit of information with our clients, they will thank you for it for the rest of their lives. But if we start treating this area, our neck, just like we do our face, we're going to find that we've got one picture that people are going to be able to see. Okay, so apply evenly to the face and neck every morning. Okay, allow a couple of minutes if you're going to be using a concealer and your foundation. If you're going to use this as a primer as opposed to, let's say, a treatment product, allow it to dry for just a couple of minutes so that the product can settle into the skin. And then if you're applying a concealer and a foundation, and then of course you can put it on top after you have finished your foundation if you want to just add that extra little glow as well. Any questions on this product?
Yes, I do. Okay,
Mhm.
so can you use it just as a foundation if you don't really?
Well, it's not a foundation substitute because it's not going to really give you any coverage like you would think a foundation. But what it could be a great go-to. Let's say that you just wanted to be makeup free for a particular time. Then what you could do is, put the underglow on just to give you that radiant glow. Put your sunglasses on, put your brows on, lip gloss, and go about your business. So you can use it, but it's not a substitute or a replacement for a foundation because it's not giving coverage. What it's doing is just, the light diffusing is just going to help the skin look more radiant, have a more natural glow, and it's going to make you look healthier.
So okay, so here's the deal. Can a guy use it? Let me explain. There was a guy I did a makeover on, literally a full out makeover,
Mhm.
5 hours in the hair salon, cut,
Okay.
color, the whole 9 yards. And then he needed makeup on. I put the makeup on him because he has, oh my God, he just looked like hard living, like seriously, like all this
Mhm.
red under his eyes. I'm
Mhm.
using the concealer wheel.
Mhm.
The concealer, the whatever. Then I'm taking moisturizer and putting uh putting foundation in moisturizer so it's
Mhm.
not so, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and it made a huge difference. So I'm trying to get him to buy this stuff. There's like
Yeah.
$200 worth of product he needs to
Mhm.
buy, whether or
Mhm.
not he buys them or not. So my thing was start with the vitamin C caps. So my
Mhm.
question to you would be vitamin C caps. Could this person use underglow and then go into moisturizer with adding foundation, or is that well? There's concealer too. Or is that just too much? Or I don't know. It's a guy. It's a
No,
guy that's got
it's either way. I mean, the underglow is going to do what it's supposed to do, which is going to it's going to kind of blur out those fine lines. It's going to make the skin look better because it's going to add that glow through the light diffusing capabilities. And then if your choice is, putting a little bit of more foundation inside of the moisturizer to give more of a tint effect, then absolutely. So, and just skin is skin. So, whether you're working with a male client that's looking to, just kind of enhance and perfect, or whether you're working with a female client, the thing is to know that, that you give the customer the end look that they're looking for, whether it's, heavier coverage or lighter coverage, or if they just don't want to wear any color at all and they want to just do more concealer. So, but yeah, absolutely. You could use the underglow
got
for male or female with or without concealer and foundation, or it certainly works with concealer and foundation as well. So if you're using it as a primer, then, it absolutely is going to give it's going to make the skin look better at the end of the day.
well, I'm hoping that because it has hyaluronic acid in it, and he's got all these uneven things and red things, that this thing might also help too, in addition to the vitamin C.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I
Absolutely.
recommended in the papaya scrub, the
Hmm.
papaya enzyme scrub thing, you leave on for like 10 minutes, that thing, the lightener, papaya lightener, actually.
Yes. Yes.
And it's
So, but yeah, you can't go wrong. I mean, this is,
okay.
and when it says no makeup magic, that's it. So if a person decides to go without makeup, and use this product, their skin is just going to have a natural glow. I mean, so the thing is, the best thing that we can do for those of you that are on that have never tried the product, just order one for yourself and just try it. Because once you try it, you're going to be even more excited about sharing it with those that you know. And, it doesn't matter what the skin tone is, everybody can use this product. So it's no gender barrier and no skin tone barrier. Okay.
Well, I'm excited about seeing that it does help with firming up your neck. I haven't
Yes.
used it on my neck, and I just got another year old. Thank God, I'm 74 now, and
Woo! I love it, girl. 47, looking 47.
Yep,
Yeah.
looking
But
good,
reversing the
Sylvia.
numbers. I love
Looking
it.
good, Sylvia.
But it seemed like last month I was, I didn't notice it, and then you get these wrinkles on your neck, and then I was like, oh no, well, thank God I'm 74. But I'm glad that that it does help, and I can, you know, address it to my other clients that made 74 this year as well.
Absolutely. And just remember that Senhiken, one of the ingredients in here is designed to do contouring. So, that's what it's supposed to do. I haven't used it for that purpose yet, but based on what the efficacy of that particular ingredient, I believe that it does it because it's got the clinical testing behind it.
Yeah, Sharon, what is good for turkey neck and all that wrinkly neck thing that looks all weird?
Well, I mean, anytime that you've got loss of elasticity, which is basically what a turkey neck is, you've got to use products that are going to help to tighten and firm. And now, depends at what point that you're catching it. You may not be able to, topically be able to dress it. They may need to go and get a little nip and tuck. So, I mean, we have to know how far we can go with our products versus, so a person that really has a severe loss of elasticity and no firmness, and they really do have, just their skin has started to sag to that degree. Surface, topical products will have some efficacy, but, you're not going to be able to, I don't know of any product that can take really skin that is just completely lax and has lost all of its firmness, that's going to restore that's going to require a visit to a plastic surgeon.
Right. Okay.
So we have to be we have to be realistic and not we should not be presenting false hope, but we should be confident in what our product does do. And what's important, and the message that we need to be sharing with everybody is it's always better to do preventive maintenance. You don't wait until the ship comes into dock to figure out you don't have enough water to bring the ship in on.
Right.
Okay, so you got to prepare for war and peace time, and that means you start using your products early enough in life that as we get older, that the signs of aging are not going to be nearly as traumatic for us as it would be as if we were doing nothing. It's much better to do preventive maintenance than to go back and try to fix and reverse. Okay. All right. Linda Webster is standing up close to the camera with her undergarments on. She's got her undergarments. That's her primer. She's showing her primer. Okay. So any other questions about the Underglow No Makeup Magic?
Sharon, this is Raquel. Where will you put the SPF on? Would that go on before or would that go on afterwards?
The SPF, anytime you're using an SPF, that should always be the absolute last thing that you put on, because that's because it has to be on the top to be able to do what it's designed to do. Now, we are in the process of we are in product development right now with a new SPF, a tinted SPF that's going to be coming out soon in both Color Me Beautiful and Floyd Roberts. So right now, the only SPF that we have an SPF 15 that is still in the facial security moisturizer interface, and it's only available. You can purchase it on FloydRoberts.com, and you can also purchase it on colormedirect.biz. Okay.
Now, what I put on underneath I put on over top of the underglow.
So
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so it would go on top.
Okay.
Anytime you're using an SPF 15, SPF of any kind, that's always going to be the last thing that you put on.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Any other questions? Okay. So we are moving to the next product, which
Well, I have a
is,
question,
uh-huh.
Sharon.
Mhm.
The SPF, I see that there's 3 different tints, but only one for Floyd Roberts. Is that one color going to help all skin tones?
Yeah, but I mean, for the, I've tried it on multiple skin tones, and it really is. I would call it, even though we're saying it's tinted, it's an invisible tint, really. I mean, so the real benefit of the product is going to be more of the SPF.
Okay.
And so it's not going to be to the extent of it being a foundation replacement. Okay, so it's just enough. It's just a little bit of tint in it, and I think it could be also to help ward off what happens with typical sunblocks, which it ends up having more of a white cast because of the titanium dioxide in it.
So it does have the titanium.
Mm-hmm.
And that will go away though, I mean, eventually disappear.
Oh yeah, it does disappear. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So the next product is the Velvet Foundation Primer. Okay. And I have to I describe this really as kind of luxurious in terms of the way that it feels as a primer, because it does have silica in it, which mimics silicone. And so anytime you put on any product, I love the way this underglow looks on my hands. Oh my gosh, it's just got a soft little glow. That's kind of how the tint would be. But the Velvet Foundation Primer, it goes on clear, so you can see that. And literally, when you put it on your skin, it's going to feel like you are putting satin or silk on your face. It's unbelievable. Okay. So the Velvet Foundation Primer, just like all of these primers, create the perfect canvas for a foundation application that results in a flawless finish that lasts all day. The other benefit, in addition to it helping the foundation to stay on, it also gives it longevity. Okay. So, when you hear women complaining about, them losing their look during the course of the day, a primer is a great, a great additional product to introduce to them, because it does help to make the foundation, the powder, stay put. It helps it to just kind of adhere so that it's not going to move. Okay. It's an oil-free formula that combines antioxidants, those antioxidants are coming in the form of vitamins A and E, which help to protect and soothe the skin while reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, resulting in radiant skin. Who does not want to have radiant skin? Everybody does. Okay, so a lot of introducing, and yes, when you start adding additional products to a person's collection of products that you're going to try to sell to her, all you have to do is share the features and the benefits. Tell what the product is going to do, what's in it for them is the best way to do it. Okay, so, and we talked about that silicone, with a silicone derived ingredients that prevent moisture loss, vitamins A and E, fight free radicals. That's helping to help to fight the damage that comes from the sun, and light reflecting ingredients that provide a luminous quality. The skin will appear younger and more radiant. And I don't know too many people, male or female, that wouldn't like this as well. Just to have a more radiant glow and to have that skin look younger and more radiant. Okay, and all skin types can use this product as well. This is under the Color Me Beautiful line. And the highlighted ingredients include silica, which is that silicone base, which is what gives it that satiny, it just feels like silk when you put it on. I mean, you have to try it to understand, really the real benefits of how it feels. And I don't know, when women feel it go on the back of their hand, before you even put it on their face, they are just completely blown away. Okay. And they already are envisioning what the product is going to feel like on their face and what it's doing as a base for them before they put their foundation and powder on. Of course, vitamin E, vitamin A are always great ingredients to include on the skin. And then the citrus grandis, which is grapefruit peel oil. Now you may say, okay, so what does that do? Okay, so the grapefruit peel oil helps to also fight the free radicals and that cause wrinkles, discoloration, and dull looking skin. So, again, you talk about all these ingredients kind of working together to be able to give the skin, make the skin look better, feel better, and just, just have a glow that bars none, okay? But this is the Velvet Foundation Primer. All skin types can use it. It's also paraben and fragrance free, okay? Any questions on this product?
Milk, I just put in the chat like you. I said when you put it on, it just feel like soap. It feel like silk against your
It
face.
is
It's so velvety.
unbelievable, unbelievable. I mean, you can't. Even if I put it on here, it doesn't do it any justice. It's clear.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I mean, you don't even feel like you're putting product on your skin. It just feels like, and it's not greasy. It's like, because it says it's oil free. So really what's happening is that it's literally providing like a light shield. I don't even call it a coat. It's like a light shield that is, just kind of being infused on the skin. That is, when that foundation goes on top of it, it's unbelievable. Okay. So if you're not sold on it by now, give me a call tomorrow. All right.
It's true.
All right.
I've used it. If you put the foundation on without it, it's kind of like you can get little skin flaky things. But if you put the foundation on, if you put this velvet primer on, it makes the foundation go super smooth. It does.
Absolutely. And the thing is, this is the kind of category of products, quite honestly, that once you start with it, you'll never go back. So I caution you about that now. So if you're not trying to add another product to your regime, don't even try them, because once you try them, you're going to be sold. Okay. And it's the same way with your client. Your client, let's say that she's on a budget, she'll ask you to give her a sample, and you should give her a sample. And as soon as she's able, she'll come back and get it. It's that awesome. Okay. All right. So we moving. Any other questions?
Yep.
And
You got
I'll
a
come
question
to
in the chat. You got a question in the chat, Sherry.
Okay, let me see. Okay, let me go back to the beginning. Okay, true story. I very seldom use a primer on clients, but not on me until the last year. So I'm in love. Okay, that's good. That's from Linda Webster. And I have Marie said she has some questions. Okay, what I think. And then Linda said, I seldom ever use primer on myself or clients in recent years. Here with CMB, now I don't go without it. Love the Velvet Foundation primer. And to shine away in the warmer months makes a world of difference. Yes, it does. And Tahira, yes, I agree. And then, can this be used as a night treatment on the neck as well? So this is not a night treatment. No. So you would this would now I don't see a need to go to bed with radiant skin. I guess me. I want to do the radiance in the daytime when people can see me. Okay. Now, but so no, the night treatment, we could have a whole separate training on the products that we have within our family of products that do its best work at night, but these would not be it. I would not suggest that you use these except during the day, and when you are either planning on, when you want to have a radiant glow and you want what the products that you're putting on after it to stay. Okay. All righty. And let's see what else is in here. I have a great to share if time permits. Okay. All righty. Linda Webster, you had a story that you wanted to share?
Yes. Yes. Am I unmuted?
You are unmuted and got your chest all in the screen.
How come I can't see it? I can't see myself at all. But anyway, you don't have to
Well, we
see
see
me.
you, child. We see you.
Okay. I used the primer on a person. It was in my chair, and the person next to her saw what it did to her skin.
Okay.
And she immediately wanted it. She said, I want that, whatever you just put on her, just the primer, no foundation. She saw the difference. And when you were talking about how it has the firming properties, like just recent, I mean, I'm at the age where
Yeah.
starting to get a little saggy stuff, and I've been taking care of my skin for years, but I noticed the little saggy. And so when I put it on my face, I also do this because I kind of accidentally, maybe one time I used too much and I said, oh, let me just put it. And I couldn't believe how I noticed the smoothness.
Yeah.
So I love it. And this woman bought that primer. I had given her sample, like you said, and given her a couple foundation shades to try. She bought it, and she came back a couple weeks later saying, I got to return that foundation to you. It just doesn't work. It peels and it rolls up.
Okay.
And I said, I've never had that happen with anybody. And I know the person, and I know she has like an extravagant personality. So I said, Kathy, how much of that primer are you using?
Okay.
And she said, oh, I just love it. I'm gonna keep the primer. Oh, I just love it. And she's doing all this. I said, are you slathering that primer on? She said, oh yeah, I just love it. I said, you're not supposed to slather it.
Right.
You use one pump. So she did one pump, and then she texted me back and said, you were right. And the foundation's perfect. So she's a soul customer.
Okay.
But she was bathing in it. So
okay. So, but you know what? It feels that good. I can see why somebody would want to do that. But hey, for $30, it's getting one pump. One
pump works. It works.
Yes. So that's good. Okay. So if you have any other questions, you can continue to ask them, and then we'll deal with them before we end. But we're coming to an end now of our presentation. So we've got one more primer to deal with, and that will be our Shine Away Oil Blotting Primer in the Floyd Roberts. Okay. Now, this, all of the other, the Underglow and the Velvet Foundation Primer, we said all skin types. Okay. Now we have branched into now specific skin types that will be more will enjoy this more and benefit from it. So this would be like considered in the mattifying category, oil control category, or blotting category. That's why we call it Shine Away, because it literally will help a person that either has combination skin, and it doesn't matter where, because combination skin is basically a mixture of oily and dry on one face, or if the person is oily all over, this is a must-have. First of all, it helps to it's going to make the skin feel better, because oilier skins are generally warm to touch. So during the summer, it gets really uncomfortable for oily skins, but this is cooling. So you basically just take I've got so much stuff. I got velvet over here and all this. So I'm just gonna put this here. So again, one pump like that. Okay. And matter of fact, I'm gonna just, because I was going through a little hot flash earlier. So I'm just gonna take this, because this is another product that you can use underneath. Now, don't put it under your eye area, because you don't want to mattify under your eyes, but on the nose, and let's say the forehead. And again, you see, I'm putting this on top of my foundation, but you see, I'm just patting, blotting, And as I am doing this, the product is drying down as we speak, okay? But it's not interfering with the foundation. That's what makes this amazing for oily skin, because oily skin during the course of the day, the oil can just sit on top of the face, okay? But I don't know if you can see how my face went matte, okay? And let's say that they were oily on the chin. So this would be a product that a person could kind of put in their purse, or just take some and put it, in a little small container, and then just pat it in those areas. Let's say that somebody's really oily and they've been at the work day, and then they're going out that evening, and they don't want to put on more makeup, but what they want to do is look like they just freshly applied their makeup, and they basically would take just that little bit and just pat it on those areas that are oily, and it feels good, and it doesn't do anything to destroy or alter the foundation. Okay, so you just take a little bit. So this Shine Away is a lightweight primer that instantly refines the look of pores. Okay, that's another benefit of this. Okay, is that it, because oily skins and combination skin, wherever they're oily, generally the pores are going to be more enlarged. So what the oil blotting primer has the ability to do is going to camouflage and make those pores look smaller. Okay, almost invisible to a point. Okay, and it's going to create a matte surface for smooth, long-wearing makeup application, whether you're using a foundation, whether you're using a powder only, or whether you are just putting a concealer on. Either way, it doesn't matter what you put on top of the product. What matters is, that if the person is oily, that they have this as a part of their regime, okay? So this can be used under foundation to extend the wear and to control the oil production, because it just, kind of mattifies and helps to create a barrier that slows down the breakthrough of the oil. But it also can be used to refine the look of the skin and create a long-lasting matte finish, okay? And this product is essentially for oily skin, but we say oily and combination skin because a person that has combination skin, those areas where she's oily, she will benefit from this no matter where it is, whether it's on her T-zone or whether she ends up having an odd combination skin, where she's oily in the cheek and dry everywhere else. It doesn't matter. She would use this product in the areas where she's having the most struggle with her oily breakthrough. Okay, so soybean oil is in this particular product, and what soybean oil does, it has a high concentrations of vitamin A, E, and K, which are all help to stimulate collagen in the skin. And stimulating collagen in the skin is always good because that helps to keep that skin nice and firm and plump, so that you don't see the loss of firmness or elasticity as much. Okay, and then also you've got silica. So silica in this particular formula is used to help with the oil control. Okay, you notice silica was an ingredient also in the Velvet Foundation Primer, but in that particular formula, it's really designed more to give more of a silicone, silky, so it can be used once it's coupled with the other ingredients. This ingredient performs slightly different, but it also helps to kind of bind those ingredients together as well. And then of course, we've got chamomile. I caution everybody, don't try to go out there and pronounce all these different extracts and different ingredients. Just find the most common name and talk about that. Okay, so because if I go and start saying, okay, well, this product has Anthemus nobilis flower extract, so they're gonna look at you like, huh? Okay, chamomile, she'll understand that. Okay, and what does chamomile do? Chamomile is soothing. Okay. And so, it's going to help to calm the skin down. Because like I said, when you think about oily skin tends to be hot or warm. And so the chamomile is just going to kind of calm it down and help that skin to kind of relax and be able to go. Now you go and try to tell somebody, okay, this product also has camellia sinensis leaf extract. They're going to say, huh? Okay, green tea, just green tea extract. So, we give you the information that will help you and me to be more knowledgeable, but don't go out there and make it too difficult for the customer to, break it down to her so that she can understand layman's terms. So green tea extract, she's going to be familiar with that. Okay, chamomile, she's going to be familiar with that. And, I wouldn't even mention silica or soybean oil or anything like that. I'm telling you as an influencer so that you can at least have the big picture knowledge. And then you take the subset, little bits and bite sizes of this. And because at the end of the day, what's going to make her want to buy this product is when she tries it. Okay, whether you're sending her a sample or whether you're showing her when you put it on her skin. Okay, so the thing is this information is for us as influencers, and then we need to share the information that is useful for the client. Okay, and so the best way to get a person convinced about a primer is to show and tell, show her what it does, be a consumer of it, so that you can share with her why you use it, what it's done for you, how it feels. By the time you finish explaining what it's doing for you, she's going to be sold, because your passion for what the product is, does for the skin, and she's going to see the glow, and so it is so it's all in how we present the product. It's not trying to get the customer confused. It's more to just educate her, and more importantly, to show her what and tell her about the basic features and the benefit for her, what's in it for her. That's always going to be the thing that's going to make the client excited. Okay.
Sharon,
any questions?
Yeah. Sharon, I have some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a couple questions. So for this particular product, so let's say I have a guy in my studio, I'm going to do a headshot, and he's, the healthy skin tends to be kind of glowy, but it's not always the best. And I don't really want to put powder to food, right? Mm-hmm. So could I do this for a guy? And then say the women come in, they already have their makeup on, but they're a little shiny. So would this work, or am I just better off, say, here, take a tissue and just dab?
Well, definitely for for a male that you're trying to get them picture ready, and you want to kind of take off, you can use this. You can even take just a light, like the invisible powder, for example, just a little bit, and just kind of brush all over the face. For women that already have on makeup and you're getting ready to do the photograph, I think just a little bit of powder is probably better in the long run. Okay. Unless the person is extremely oily, and you're afraid that if you put the powder on top of the oil, that you're going to end up getting more of a cakey kind of end result. So it depends on how severe the oil is, and even if it's really oily, it's not a bad idea to take a Kleenex, soak it up, and then you can follow with the primer, particularly because you're talking about photography versus a person going and just sitting in the presence of other people. So it's a little bit different. So you got to take into consideration, how is the light going to reflect on whatever you've done to that skin before you go to snap the picture. So I think with photography, you have to be just a little bit more mindful of it. And, light dusting of powder always going to work, coupled with, you could use a combination of this primer and just a little bit of powder as well.
So, because I was thinking, when I get the bald guys, you need to tone down that shine from the bald. Yeah. It just really is like, whoa,
Yeah. Yeah. So you could put this on the head, and still use a little bit of powder, and you're going to get a perfect canvas.
So primer first, powder second.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because I think this product is mattifying the skin, and certainly,
Right.
you know, kind of drying down the oil. The powder is just going to give it a smoother finish. You see, for the photography piece.
Makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yep. I might have to go. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Any other questions tonight, ladies?
Yeah, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So my question is, for people who have dry skin, would you suggest using this blotting primer on them? Okay, not at all. Okay.
No, your dry skin customers. Your dry skin customers. This would probably be the number one, the Velvet Foundation Primer.
Okay, for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Just if they're wearing foundation, you know, if they're wearing foundation, if she's dry and just wanting more of a natural glow, the underglow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the Shine Away for dry skin, it's going to make the skin not be as comfortable, because it's going to be kind of it's drying up something that really she doesn't have a problem with, which is the oil. Yeah. So, but yeah, the Underglow and the Velvet Foundation Primer just would be your best solution for a person that's dry. We say all skin types, okay? But you know, when we get down to the final decision, you think about what's going to be absolute best for the client, okay? And you make that decision, okay? All right. Any other questions? Linda Webster, you are busy tonight, girl. I mean, you look like you cleaning off a table or something. I can't hear you. You're muted.
I'm sorry. I don't realize that I am being seen.
You being seen all over. You're gonna be on the replay. Everybody's gonna be looking at you, just being busy.
I'm sorry.
Busy throughout the whole training. Just here.
Listening.
Suppose I was on camera and you saw me doing this all day, the whole time.
I'm sorry. I can't see me, so I didn't know. This is my husband's iPad. I'm not used to it.
You know what? I'm glad to see you, girl. No problem at all. No problem. Okay. So, but anyway, we'd like to have fun, and we, you know, I want everybody to be smiling when they leave here. So that's good. So you just keep on wiping and cleaning, Linda Webster.
I don't know where's my camera?
Hey, I knew she was cleaning something. She got Clorox
right.
disinfectant wipes, girl. Don't be using that on the wrong surface, okay? All right, any questions, ladies? All right, so just remember, at the end of the day, you are the influencer. You have the knowledge. You have the experience. You have the relationship with the product, okay? And so the best thing that you can do is, you know, think about what you need and what your skin would benefit from, and make sure that you have those products that you have touched, felt, and to develop a relationship with, because that's what's going to give you the power to be able to share what you know about the products to those that you come in contact with, whether you're doing virtual conversations, whether you're doing a phone conversation, or whether you at some point end up meeting them in person, okay? And what the person is going to see is your passion for the products. They're going to hear your passion, and they're going to be excited about everything that you present to them, okay? So in the scheme of things, you know, your primer is going to go on before your foundation, but then, you know, anything that you put on before then would be treatment related, whether it's your, you know, anti-aging, like your vitamin C products, or your elixirs, anything. So just remember that anytime that you are when you get to this point, you are you have done your skincare, but then don't forget that you always end up with your SPF, just a little bit, to put all over the face so that they are protecting their skin from the damaging rays of the sun. That is the number one culprit for aging, okay, is overexposure to the sun and not being protected, okay? So it's been real. You now are primer experts. You are primer experts. So go out and share with the world primers, get you some sample containers. We talked about that last week. Get you some little sample containers. And I'm telling you, if the products that you share with people where there's no commitment other than just them trying the product, you will always end up getting a sale, hands down. Okay. So, so anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be doing a replay. Tell your friends, and do not forget that about the, the incentive that we have going on this month, where, if you're new in the business, you can earn free product if you are out there promoting your business. And then if you are sharing the opportunity and getting other people to come into the business and you help them be successful, there is cash money that you can earn, okay? So, so at any rate, if there are no other questions, thank you for joining us. And I am so glad to see each one of you, and go out there and color the world beautiful.
Thank you, Sharon.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Good
Well,
night.
you need to come and clean my kitchen.
Girl, I'm telling you, she's been like
Listen.
Molly Maid tonight, honey.
I do the very minimum.
It doesn't look like it, and it looks like you're doing it real thorough.
It's the very minimum, trust me.
All right, everybody. Have a good
All right,
night.
good night.